Hello everyone. Today we have a guest, Jeslin. He is doing PhD in civil engineering at Monash, same as my university actually. So he started here in this year, right?
No,
Last year.
year.
So yeah, he almost finished his first year. So he will be sharing his experience as a PhD student in civil engineering, as well as he will share everything related to his admission procedure, his application things, and his experience after coming here and everything. Okay, Jeslin, so you can start by introducing yourself and you can
So
start.
I'm Jeslin. I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering in 2007 from NIT Calicut. After which I worked for 4 years in Last and Group.
Yeah.
And then I did my master's from IIT Bombay in mechanical, and I passed on 2013. To that I went to Middle East. I was in Kuwait, I was in Saudi for almost 10 years. And 2024 is when I joined Monash University for my PhD in civil. My area of research is in structural health monitoring.
Structural health
Health
monitor.
monitor, yeah. So I finished my confirmation. This June was my confirmation.
Yeah.
So
We have 3 milestones.
oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
One is confirmation. He finished it.
Sorry,
right?
yeah. So we have first year's confirmation where they confirm whether you can continue your PhD. So
Yeah.
you propose your research, what your plans are and your timeline and everything. And based on that, they'll agree to whether you can continue, whether to give you stipend and stay. And then your second is after your second year, which you might have completed already. And then your third milestone, and then your defense or
Yeah,
thesis. Yeah,
yes.
sorry. So yeah, that's my
Yeah.
introduction.
Yeah. So now you can explain how was the application procedure, how you got admission here. Like
Yeah. So it was what I did is I shortlisted the top 100 from QS and Times Higher Education, and then individually I went to each university's website, to the departments, and found professors who are working in my area of research, which was structural health and monitoring, which is what I did my master's in. Further to that, which I started emailing individually with my resume, my CV, a statement of purpose.
Yep.
I had some publications back when I was doing my master's, and in between joining Monash and after my master's, I had worked as a research assistant for IIT Bombay itself from 2020 to 2022, 2 years, which I had no publications there. So with all those publications, I emailed individually to these professors, and I got some emails. I mean, most of them had responded, but because of COVID, a lot of restrictions happened on the funding part. So those lot of offers without stipend, which was not easy to survive.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's how I got into Monash. I had also got offered in University of Sydney and also in University of Auckland.
Okay. So you started previous year, right?
I started here. So.
Yeah. So after you came here, how do you feel? What is the difference between the life in Middle East and Australia?
Yeah, so I would say I have worked in India, in Middle East, and this may not be a work, but PhD is kind of a job itself at the end.
Yep.
The best part of working in Australia or studying here is the work-life balance. You are given enough time for your personal things. They do care a lot about mental well-being. Even to be honest, even Monash Uni has free counseling sessions, for students.
True.
If you are facing, and actually even I actually go for it, to be honest, being honest with you. So
Oh, okay. I also went.
yeah, so I actually am still continuing, for anxiety and all those things. So all the developed trauma over the past years, I think I'm just taking. But yeah, other than that, it is quite comfortable here.
Yeah.
Professors treat you as your peer. You don't that superiority or that differences that you find in Indian universities is not here. Compared to Middle East, if I say that part, the expenses are quite high here. So
True.
it is not easy to live just on a stipend, especially if you have family with you, which I have my wife and my son. So you will have to find alternative sources.
Yeah, true. That's why we both are doing the teaching.
Yeah. So you do get a teaching assistant job and all, but that's not a confirmed thing, right? You cannot say you will get it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
true.
And I didn't get in the first year. You at least got
I
right?
remember,
So
yeah, I remember.
I didn't get my first year, so it was struggling initially because you don't end up having anything or you might have to bring money from back home. Which I
Yeah,
did.
true. If you are a family man, it
Yeah. As I told you, when I had to bring my family, if you remember, I had to take insurance for them,
Yeah,
which cost me $16,000.
16,000
which
for
is
3 years.
3 years, 8 lakhs almost,
Yeah.
8 plus now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, true.
So that's something you cannot. I mean, unless you
Yeah,
start working here full time, which you don't get. It's not
Yeah,
easy to find a
true.
job suddenly. That's also another part of Australia, which
Mhm.
would I say it's a problem.
Mhm.
Finding a job outside is not so easy as you think.
Mm.
Even though you might think, people are working in petrol pump. It's not so easy as we just think. So it is a bit struggling initially, but I think what I've felt with people who have been here and also with people who have come here is that it's that initial struggle is where Australia you have to go through that initial struggle of finding a foot. Once you find your place here and you find a job, it's comfortable that way. Things go on.
Yeah, I can get it actually.
Yeah.
After you came here, you started your PhD, so everything is going good, right? What about the research facilities here in civil engineering?
The department actually is in that way it's pretty good. You have all the facilities available. You have a good lab also, and I would say even very less restrictions on the fact of buying stuff. You have quite a good amount of funding.
Yes.
So
Depend on supervisors.
yeah. But I'm saying even like I would say my project is not funded by a industry, right? But even then. To purchase stuff, there is not like you have to wait. I mean, unless it's a very expensive stuff, which
if it is an equipment for $2,000,
$2,000, $3,000, $4,000, even below $1,000, even if you want to buy, it's pretty easy to buy.
True.
So and also, I mean, honestly, I since I'm doing my research and it's mostly in cement-based composites, right? So I end up going to Bunnings and buying sand and cement and to try out stuff. And it's very, I mean. Ideally, the cost is below $100, right? So the reimbursement is quite fast here. Like they don't have much hassles, to be honest. Yeah,
true. And also, everything is, I think, computerized and
perfect.
everyone can access.
Yeah, everyone can access, and you have all the if you have a good working relationship, which I think every supervisor here has, they keep a good working relationship with you. So you just have to inform them over email or saying that I'll just going to get this. Is it okay? There's no I have to get permission. I've worked in India and I know how it is. So it's a bit of a hierarchy there. They are the one who decides. Here it's much of a equal peer thing. So
yes, that's true. Is there any requirement for publication? That is, we have to publish this much number of publications to complete our PhD. Is it?
No. I think it is depending on your supervisor too, and also different. As such, Monash University doesn't have a requirement of.
Yeah, doesn't have.
But I think even Indian universities have taken that out, if I'm not mistaken. I just recently read an article saying that because of the fact that publications, the stress on publications have actually deteriorated the whole research journals.
So that the quality of
people just randomly publish whatever they find, and that need to publish has become. And I would say, when you read journals, you might have noticed, the quality of papers have really gone down sometimes, right? So I think that's something Monash is not advertising. Even at least, I don't know. I mean, my professor at least doesn't. My supervisor is not saying, "Oh, you need to publish," unless it's really required.
Yeah. In my case, my supervisor will tell us that we have to publish 2.
Yeah.
2 should be very good journals.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
But department is not
there.
Anything.
Yeah. There is not a requirement.
Publish, I think PhD by thesis or PhD by publication.
Yeah. I think it's not a requirement that you need to publish.
Yeah.
But I think most of the people, end up having 2 publications or 3. At least 2 public journal Q1 and then 1 conference is what I've seen with a lot of my civil department. But as such, there is no such restrictions on that. You don't have to publish to get your thesis. I mean, your PhD.
That's true. So you had some struggles during your visa process.
So this was when in 2019 is when I decided that I'll quit my comfortable Middle East life, and then I thought I'll try to do my PhD. And so I resigned from my job. I applied for admission. At that time, I hadn't worked as a RA in IIT Bombay, so I didn't have enough publications. So my admission I only got in University of Auckland that time. And I had applied for my visa and COVID happened, right? And they shut down. And New Zealand was the first one to shut down the borders, right? So they closed down the borders, no end in sight. We didn't know when it will happen, lockdown, all those shit happened. I'm sorry about that. All those things happened. And then I was stuck in India, and that's when I did a RA thing, a research assistant job with IIT Bombay. So after this, COVID opened up. This was, I think, 2021 August, when things started open up and admissions started coming in, right? At that time, I started applying for other universities. And the issue started with the funding, because when COVID happened, a lot of funding got cut to. The first thing that got this thing was academy. They cut down the funding to universities, and that really had stopped the fact that they will give you admission, but you have to take care of your expenses, which is not easy to come here or anywhere to that matter. Even in India, I would say, without stipend, working in PhD for 5 years or 4 years, it's not easy. It's not, unless you're very rich, your parents. Which anyway, so the point is that was the problem here. And then finally I got an admission in Sydney University and Monash also. And that admission happened. I applied for my visa to immigration, and I did a mistake of not using an agent or a third party. I applied on my own, being overconfident, which I didn't know. It took 1.5 years and I had no response from the immigration. Yes, I mean, they just send me like, oh, I need this document extra. So I used to send that, and then for 6 months nothing. And then 6 months they'll say, oh, sorry, this is not required. So I got stuck. And after 1.5 years, I don't know if like in Monash itself, the offer is valid for only for 6 months when they give the offer.
Yes.
After that, you can defer it, but that deferral is only allowed up to 1 year. After that, you can't defer it more. So you can like ask for deferral, like, okay, I'll join 3 months, and you don't know, because IMI is not giving you a date if you have applied, right? So in Australian immigration, you don't have a deadline. They'll say, oh, within this time period, from this many days to this many days, like a huge band.
Yes.
It's not like, okay, this many days, right? So you don't know when it'll happen. And after 1.5 years, Monash said that, sorry, we cannot keep deferring. So I had to reapply as a fresh candidate, go through all the process of scholarship and all. So I had to cancel the visa application once. The second time when I got the admission, I decided I'll go with the agent. And that really helped, because they work very particular.
They know everything.
Yeah, I'm saying they will not help you in writing the statement purpose of CV, but at the end they'll tell you exactly which document to be notarized, what document is needed from your parents, blah blah, all those things, right? So it was very, and I got my visa in like 2 months. Like vast contrast between persons.
Like 1.5 year to 2 months.
Like I was expecting the same thing. Oh, again 1 more year of sitting, and then within 2 months I got my visa, and I was like, wow, that's so. I mean, I would suggest, if you have the source and funding, and if you have an option of going to a, like how you did with IDP, or I went with a local GP or something in Ernakulam base, do that.
And also, you no need to pay anything as well. I went to IDP for my visa application, so they helped me with everything.
But
I didn't pay anything.
Even the admission process of getting to your professor was also through IDP?
No. No agency can't guarantee you a admission for PhD abroad. No one. But they can help you with the cover letter, motivation letter, CV, this kind of thing. But they can't get you an admission.
And honestly, I would say, when you talk about this motivation letter, or I think during our time we had something called a genuine temporary entrant, GT statement.
Yes.
But I think they took it out this time. It's something else now. Anyway, I'm not sure. So even the GT statement, what they sent us, they had sent a template to me saying that this is how it should be. You need to custom make it, because that is like a general template. Like they'll say, oh, this is required, show the funding, show you this thing, but to say that, okay, exactly, why you want to join, and all, that should be personal.
True.
And keep it, like I had done 2 times. So first time when I did my GT, I had made it like as if I'm writing very poetic, why I'm going to do it and all. Honestly, they don't care. I understood that. Just make it very plain and simple.
They only need to know why you want.
Whether they're genuine. You're not going to come and make issues.
Will you leave after your education?
That's all. Exactly.
That's it. And I have one more question. Like, what is advice you want to give to a student who want to do PhD in civil engineering in Australia or abroad?
Right. I mean, so when if you are planning to do your PhD after your so one more thing, I mean, since I'm just going off the topic, what I've noticed here is with people who are coming from China and Sri Lanka, is they come from their uni with a honors degree, bachelor honors, degree, and they directly come for PhD. They lose, like, leaving that 2 years of masters that we did. I don't know why we don't have that.
Because the quality is less.
Is it
in our country? If you are doing from IIT and NIT,
but we don't have an option. Even after IIT BTech, we can't. go directly for, I don't know.
If you have a research background, I think yes you can, because in my group,
Yeah.
so my friend, he only have bachelor's degree, but he worked as a research scientist.
Oh, so he got a
Yeah,
PhD.
he got PhD
Oh.
here. So it depends actually.
That's
if
great,
you
man.
have done any research,
Yeah, I think because
no need of master's degree.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's one point. So the what I understood from the application process of PhD is more than your GPA. Yeah, GPA is important, but it also matters on what uni you came from, what institute you are from,
Yes.
right? If you are from a top quality, I mean IITs and IITs,
Yes.
yes, that matters. Your GPA matters, but otherwise, if you go to don't stress much upon your GPA. Rather work more towards your research. Get
yes.
your if you can publish some papers.
Yeah.
If you get a Q1 journal, that's like you are set. And the most important thing is how well you draft your email to your professor, because they don't have time to go through your
Yes, cover letter is very important.
yes. Don't spend too much time in making 3-page CVs. Make 1-page CV which what do you call gets him attention. Gets his attention in like a quick shot. So cover letter, a good cover letter, a good CV, and focus more on your research area.
Yes.
The other part is before applying to or going to any professors or sending an email to a professor, go through his research. Go to his Google Scholar. Go to what research he did recently, what is published, because that will be his area of research now. So even though maybe for example, you are working in, I'm just keep putting a word out. Maybe you're working as a structural engineer, right? And you are working in structural design is what your master's is.
Yes.
You will be like, okay, I'll apply to everyone who is in structural engineering. But maybe, for example, my professor who's working in structural engineering is currently working in health monitoring only. His working is in health monitoring, non-textual testing. So maybe he's not working in composites part right now, right? So just applying to him for that, there's no point. He's not going to take you. So see what his latest trend is, what latest projects he's doing, because they always put it up in their website. This is the projects they are working. These are the publications they did. So align your CV and your cover letter on that line. That really does help you out. Because they are honestly, I mean, your GPA matters when you have to get a scholarship. True.
Yes.
Because when your university's scholarship comes through your GPA. True. But you don't need 9.5 for it. Even 8.9 or 9 is enough. Cross your 9, whatever. Get your publications in line. I think that's perfect.
In my case, I only had 8.4 CGPA, but I had one publication.
Yeah.
That's why I got admission
Yes.
here, I think.
Yeah.
So research is important than CGPA.
Yeah. I mean, don't. It's not a. Don't say that. I mean, of course, keep your CGPA good. 8.4 is a good CGPA. I mean, not talking about, but yeah, keep your CGPA. Don't worry about getting your CGPA and then forget about getting your research, because you're doing your PhD. Put your focus on your research.
Yeah.
Try to get some publications. Possibly get some memberships. That's all helps. Get some IEEE memberships or AMA memberships.
Yes.
That helps also. Professional memberships is a big thing here, which honestly in India nobody really
Care.
pushed you for it, right? Honestly, yeah. But here it's a big thing. You can be a member of a so that will help too.
Yeah, that's it. I think we
Okay.
already covered. I think we covered everything. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Admission.
If you're married and you're coming, because I'm a married person, do find a good source of funding when you apply.
Yeah, I think we already.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, because even to apply
It's
for
important, yes.
yeah,
It's very
even
important.
to apply for your family's visa,
You should have
as a
very
dependent, you
good
need to have backup
bank balance,
in your
You
account.
have to
So,
show that.
yeah, otherwise they will not let you come.
Okay, it will take time to get a job for them.
Yeah.
So it will take time. So that time you should have some good funding.
Because the rent itself, stipend will go for rent itself.
Yeah.
So.
Are you paying something for your student?
Oh, yeah. So,
for
yeah.
your son's
Yeah.
education.
So in Victoria, Victoria is where Melbourne is. It's one of the 5 states, 5, 6. How many? Anyway, yeah. So what still is divided into many states. So Victoria is one of the states. And in Victoria, if you're a PhD or a postgraduate student, your kid's education is fully funded by the government. So he's eligible to go to public schools without any fees. And the schooling, I wouldn't say, if you're coming from India, you will find a big difference. Yeah. We are so used to having 8 subjects and exams and all those unit test paper. There's nothing here. Primary education, for example, below 6 years, below 6 standard is primary here. It's very relaxed, but a different outlook to a teaching situation here, because they're more into social things and physical activities. Because my son is a lazy man. Like, he used to never bothered playing, but now he's playing basketball.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah, so
nice.
they are more active about that fact, which is quite nice.
Quite
That way,
good, yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that's it. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. I think we covered the entire information needed for a PhD student in civil engineering. How you can get the admission to PhD in civil engineering, what you need, what is the background you need, and what is the experience when you come to Australia. Yeah.
Yeah,
thank
and
you. Yeah.
one more last thing. I mean, honestly, if you're worried about your, like, for example, my background is mechanical. I did
Okay.
my master's and bachelor's in mechanical. So it doesn't matter if, you could be from any department. That's
Any
something great about
department, yes.
Australia, I felt.
Mhm.
You could apply even if you are from any background. You just have to align your research in
Research.
that direction. That's all.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video.